Okay, guys, hello. Long time no see. So, I guess most of you have been hearing about Prince Harry and Princess slash Duchess Meghan and all that's going on with the royal family. Now, I've read about them before here on this channel, and obviously what I said is coming true. That they're pure idiots. But seriously, I'm not a royalist. Actually, I love I love Diana, and she tried to tell everybody how bad they were, and now I know too. I've been reading tons and tons of books about them ever since this whole thing blew up about them being Meghan and Harry being whiny babies. And everybody, everybody in the royal family, guys, they're thieves, they're killers, they're criminals. They do bad stuff and they get away with it. I don't know why people still want a monarchy, because the pomp, circumstance, and beautiful pageantry of it all is not worth giving these people the power they have. They don't deserve it. What I want to do today is look at all the different players in the royal household and see if we can figure out what's going to happen in the next 2 years. I have my own beliefs about it, but they aren't really formed or anything. And I know that the cards will help us and tell us what will happen. So I already shuffled these. This is that awesome 007 Witches deck. Here's all the court cards. And what we're going to do is I'm going to say the name of a person, and then we're going to see what card goes with them. So let's start with King Charles, the Magician. Camilla is Temperance. William is King of Swords. Kate is Justice. Harry is King of Coins. And Meg is Valet of Coins. Now, let's go into, I guess we'll do Prince Andrew, Knight of Swords, and Prince Edward, the lovers. So what we see here is, well, also, let's do Queen Elizabeth, even though she's gone, the Fool. So this actually means I have to negate her and take her out of it. So let's put that over there. All right. The Magician. So the Magician is a person who has a bunch of different things at his disposal to use to gain skill and to put one over on people, but also to get things done and make things happen. Obviously, he's the king now, and that's totally what he's going to be doing. But there's a bad part about the Magician, and it shows it in this card that he cannot really be trusted unless you're behind the scenes with him. And I think that obviously over the years, people have seen how selfish he is, how entitled he is, how clueless he is, and how weak he is. Also, how he whines until he gets his way, aka Camilla. So we don't want Harry and William to turn into him, but I'm sorry to say it looks pretty bad for them. Diana's been gone 20-something years now, and I think that King Charles and Camilla have tried their darndest to get her memory away from her children, and I think they actually might have succeeded. So up here is Camilla. She's Temperance, and that, of course, means just that she does whatever he wants. And she stays in the middle. She won't say anything about what she believes about the monarchy at all out in public. She just does what he wants and lives in this blissful, she lives in a dichotomous life. I would not want to be her. I love horses like she does, but the way that she's acted throughout her life seems that she's a pretty weak person too, just like her husband. Okay, let's see. So William is the King of Swords. So he's standing for the King of Truth, and Kate is standing for justice. They're standing for this right now, and it looks like that's what's going on right now, but we need to look behind it. Same with Prince Andrew. It says he's the knight of truth. He wants to go out and fight and stuff for the good cause, but as we know, he is a womanizer. So we're going to go behind that as well. Now, Edward and Sophie, this says they really are in love and that's all they care about. That's pretty cool. I think that's a really good thing, and we can assume that they have no power, they don't want power, and they're just in love and they talk about their children. And everyone thinks that anyway. So this is all going the way that I thought it would, but you know what I mean. Okay, so King of Coins and Valet of Coins. So the King of Coins is Harry. If I go by what this card says, it means that he really is like Meghan. He really does care about getting money, and he's afraid to live without money. That he is a schemer, and he's trying to do whatever he can to make her happy. She doesn't have as much money as she wants. He's okay, pretty much like how he is, as long as he has enough money to be comfortable and not have to work. But she is like, give me, please, God, give me more money, and he's gonna do it for her because he cares. Now she's in the page spot, which is really interesting. It means that their relationship isn't equal. And I think that just means as far as political power, royal power, people still think of him as a prince, but she's actually kind of nothing in this. She really does. They think of her as not part of this and nothing. And sorry to say, I do too. She didn't fit in. She doesn't have anything to do with it. And she's just trying to get things for herself. Her life has nothing to do with this at all. So I think that's why she's the page. Now, for Prince Andrew, he got Wheel of Fortune. So that means that he actually could be still going to jail. That's sad for him and his kids and all. And Sarah, I mean, they're best friends. They still live together. But it's just that his past is going to come back to haunt him. And he's going to start becoming very religious to help with this. And that's interesting, too. He's still smiling and laughing when you see pictures of him, just like he always has been. So hopefully this means either somebody in the clergy is going to be helping him, or he's going to be going towards religion to get through this hard time where he may be going to jail. Okay. Now, the Knight of Wands is down here for William, and Death for Kate. So this is sad. I guess you guys have probably heard there's a lot of rumors about William cheating on Kate with a lady named Rose, and also cheating on her when they were dating. The cheating on her when they were dating is actually proven, and he did it more than once. And it wasn't just like love matches. It was one-night stands and things like that. He actually broke up with her because he wanted to pursue more ladies and do whatever he wanted. But he realized he was an idiot and begged her back, and she said yes after a while. Then they got married. It looks like they're perfect, but if we look here, the Knight of Batons, the Knight of Wands, means his passions and his habits are still deep within him. He still roams. He still wants what he wants. And that means that he is vulnerable to his own desires. That sucks. Now, Kate, she's died to her desires. Just like Camilla, she's let everything go for him. And she's just going to be his plus one. She believes that's her duty. And she loves him so much. She gave up so much for him. She isn't going to let it go now. And I think that's how Camilla acted too. It's weird that they're similar and they're similar, but it's not weird really, of course. Now, this here, King of Batons, this means like the total power of passion actually lies with Edward and Sophie. So that's pretty cool. That's interesting. Oh, oh my. Oh, wow. Okay. This is saying that Harry's going to be the king, not William. Oh my God. He's going to be like Henry the Ninth. Oh, wow. Okay. So this kind of makes sense too, because his grandma got her kingdom through an upset. The high priestess means that she's thinking in an esoteric way, all this racism stuff and things that she wants to stand for, wokeness in Hollywood. That makes sense. She wants to be seen as a guru and also the queen of love and the most beautiful. And he wants to go back to Africa. Poor thing. He's just a soldier, and he's not that smart. But this says he's going to be the king. That is so cool, because he's actually the only one that shows love to the public. No one else does in this whole section. She'll hold the kids. She'll love the kids, but he loves everyone. Okay. And then we have the Chariot here, meaning that this whole thing's going forward and no one's going to stop it. Bad things are going to be happening and it's just going to roll forward. This kingdom is just going to continue as it is. It's not going to get better at all. And then here we have the devil, meaning that the devil is in charge of the men on this board, except for Edward. And unfortunately, when you have a lot of money, you pay the price in morals. Your ethics are different. The arrogance and the veil over your eyes keeps you, when you're rich, from seeing reality. I'm sorry, but it does. I know many rich people. I understand this. And it's just the way it is. They become jaded. They become crooked. They become different than they used to be. And they don't love people as much. They love money more. And unfortunately, you know how the Bible says you can't love God and mammon. Mammon being wealth and earthly goods. Unfortunately, these men here, they're caught in the world of wealth and goods. It would be cool if he could marry a rich lady and be happy again, but I think he sees his mother and Sarah as the Queen of Coins. But we'll see later on what happens with him. He may be able, even though he's pretty old, he may get married again. But not if he's in jail. And then the star. So out of their children is going to come the star of the new royal family, the way it's going to go from then on. So when this person, whoever it is, grows up, out of them, they're the hope for the future. Just like Harry and William used to be, this kid will be. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Let's see. Okay, it just says son. Usually that's boy. So one of their sons will be in charge of the new regime of Windsor. Okay, now let's see here. Let's ask where Diana is in all this. Okay. This just says that she's out of it. She's gone through the veil and she's on the other side. And she's really not part of it at all now. They don't want her. They aren't asking for her to be in their lives. No one is, unfortunately, in this. They've just moved on. And her being able to come back in different ways and help them through visions, dreams, etc. Pretty much she's tried and hasn't worked very well. His heart is still open though. Harry's is. Okay. And this is seeing here nine of coins. She's content, obviously, where she is. So we don't have to worry about her. I'm not going to touch the queen because she's gone. I know what I think of her. But I guess these two are kind of irrelevant now. In regards to the people's lives here, not in their touch on the world. I really, really wanted Harry to be able to step up and do good. And William, like, they're my age and I believed in them. When they were growing up, I remember watching them and caring about them and hoping they were going to be good. But they've really let me down, the way that they've acted and the way they've married. I remember when Kate came on the scene, I was disappointed in his choice because she was a milquetoast. And it seemed odd that he would pick someone like her, but I didn't realize he was picking Camilla number 2. He thought he was picking Diana number 2. Meghan is not Diana, and he's deluded, poor thing. And he's on drugs, so I don't know what's going to happen to him, but this says he's going to be king, not William. And I actually have thought that many times. Something about him is tragic. And I believe that he is a secret drinker or secret drug taker. And that he looks to the world like he wants to blend in and be part of it more than be a king, actually. What I was hoping he and Kate would do is eradicate the monarchy as soon as his dad dies and just get rid of it and give the money back to Africa, India, and the people where it belongs. But who knows now, according to this. Okay. And this says here there's going to be a lot of fighting in secret about all of this, but there always is. The royals are constantly fighting and tense and having problems because their world is artificial. It doesn't make sense. And remember, you cannot trust King Charles. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, he's nice now. He's old now. He's all mellow. No, he's still the same person. He just can't get away with what he used to because he is old. And him trying to rule the world now in his own mind, he's just too old to do it, really. Let's ask one more thing about him. Okay, so this is saying here that he does have bi tendencies, but I think everyone knew that. Unfortunately, he's never acted on them, but I think before he dies, he wants to do it. And I realize this is totally inflammatory, but I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling you guys how it is here on the cards. And seriously, I've read over 10 books on the royals, the ones that I'm talking about, these Windsors. I've watched tons of shows, and of course, I do all the YouTube stuff too, like listening to all the cast on them. But however, all of this doesn't mean anything if it's wrong, but I think it's going to be right. And I can totally see him becoming the king, King Henry the Ninth. Okay, and this is Charlotte. So this says Charlotte's going to be secretly in the wings fighting for good. And with this, her cousin. So that's cool. And they're going to be working together to help. It seems like she's so adorable and cute, her and George and Louis, but we don't know. We don't know anything about their personalities. We won't until they get older, but this here is her. And it's saying that her and this person here, which I think is a boy, will be helping to keep it at least some civility within this family. Okay, and the Queen of Cups, Diana, she just stands apart. She's better than them. She rose above. Yeah, she had some mental problems, etc. But you know what? She loved people. And even if she did some of it to hurt Charles, like holding a grudge and stuff, she really did love the children and the people she saw, and she felt for them. And Harry does too. William, unfortunately, no. I thought he was a good man, a good person, but I think secretly there's something wrong with him. So this is what's going on now, and hopefully, leave a comment, guys. I want to know what you think. It's really hard to know about if how much we should care about the royals since we're Americans here, but because of her, I care, and I can't stop caring. She made me care. I remember when she died that day. I was at it was in August, and or July, I forget, and I was at a party, and it came on the TV, and I just started crying and crying. And I never met her, but she was a super powerhouse person, like the most beautiful woman ever in the world. And we got to see her in real life. I think that's amazing. And I don't care what anyone says, like trying to say she wasn't as important as she was. If you lived then, you know. She was it. She was all the world cared about. And it was because she cared about the world and was so beautiful. And she fought this stupid family. These dumb Windsors who are really Germans, which is hilarious. No one seems to remember that anymore. But okay, so this is what's going on here. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later.